Okay, this is the beginning of my next project. It's going to be an apron, mad scientist, steampunk idea I have in my head. So, first thing I did is I combined 3 different sheets, and now I'm ready for the next step. Okay, the next step is I'm going to strengthen this, and I am using interfacing, but some people call it something else. I guess they call it craft fuse. And this is the brand I'm using, Pelon. And it says to put a wet towel in between. So I'm gonna try here on the corner first. Okay. Well, I'll have it done and then you'll see the next step. It didn't work ironing on the interfacing, so learn from my mistake. I used Mod Podge. This will be okay. I'm just going to paint it now, and then you'll see the next step. Okay, I finished the first coat. I used chocolate bar. And this is the front. I'm going to have a pocket here so I didn't really texture it. And then this is the inside of the apron. You can see where I ended up having to Mod Podge that interfacing, and some of it didn't lay flat, but it's okay. It's in the inside, so I don't care. So next step is I'm going to use black paint with water and put it on and wipe it off so it kind of looks more like leather. So that's my next step. Okay, I added the black and I put a layer of Mod Podge. Now I'm going to use my sewing machine and do maybe a 1/4 of an inch trim all the way around the apron. And then I have a pocket I'm going to put here. And over here I've started painting. I use these little eyeballs. They're going to be the rivets, and the reason I'm using those is because Steampunk is all about layering, and the challenge is going to be layering this with lightweight materials because I don't want it ripping the foam. Even though I put the interfacing on it, I don't know how strong that would be. So that's where I'm at. Until next time. Okay, so there's a lot of steps involved with the decorating of the apron. I might not be good at the order, but at least you will be able to see the transformation. Again, Steampunk is all about layering, and I have the challenge with picking lightweight embellishments. I'm going to go, I think it's plastic dip this, and then I added the rivets that are just the eyeballs, and this heart I'm going to put on the pocket of the apron here. I did the Aleene's Tacky Glue Burn, and so now it's got to dry. I can see a little wet of the glue right there. And alright, I'm going to turn off, and then I'll show you the plastic after this is done with the plastic dip. I use the same colors as my apron, and it's ready. And then I finished the other pocket, and I stayed with lightweight materials, and I'm going to hot glue this onto my apron. And I used my Big Kick die cut machine to get these. These are styrofoam. I'm trying to stick with lightweight materials so it doesn't get too heavy. I've never used my big kit for scrapbooking or cards, but I have. I'm glad I invested in it because I bought it on eBay for $8, and I've used it a lot for my different kind of crafts, so it was a good investment. But anyway, so this is the next update, and I'm going on to the next step. Alright, this is where I'm at right now. I attached the neck strap using craft foam. I cut strips or shapes out of the craft foam, and I attached the interfacing to it, and I glued it on and Mod Podge, depending on how I felt. Then the craft foam, then I iron pressed using foil to give it texture, and then I used a coat of brown paint called Chocolate Bar. Then I mixed the black paint with water and applied and then rubbed off and with a paper towel. And that's where I'm at, and I'll have another update with my progress. Okay, I made this gauge out of foam, and there's like 3 layers I put on top of each other, printed off the picture, and I have Mod Podged this several times, and I'm going to try to put some resin on the top so it looks like a plastic cover or glass cover. So hoping it'd work. I've never done this before with foam. I've always had molds and stuff, but I think technically it should work, so we'll see. Mad scientist. I will be adding a tie around the waist at some point, but at this point this is where I'm at, and I'm going to stop at this point. The only suggestion I have, if you wanted to do this, is that the strips that I used, the craft foam right here, I would use black just because you're cutting all the time for the different sizes. I lost a bottle. Pretty pleased with how it turned out. Oh, and this is a little LED light, and so what I did was, I don't know if you can see them, but there's the washers. I put magnets on the back of this thicker EVA foam, and that way I can turn it on and off, and then just see it goes on and off, and it's just magnets on the back, and that way I can change them out if I have to. And I was going to have the chain go from here all the way across, but it just was like too busy, so I just let it hang there. But to find the bottle that goes here, it fell out. I might have to reattach it. Most of it I used with white glue. Occasionally I used hot glue, but I want it really sturdy, and I just think white glue just has a better bond. But anyway, that's it for my project.